Hello and welcome to the Battalion Marching Orders. We're here today with Shamar Moses, forward with the team. Welcome, Shamar.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Maybe let's look back at last season. You came to North Bay early on in the season with a trade and made an immediate impact, becoming a fan favorite. Maybe walk us through the trade and coming to North Bay.
Yeah, I mean it was a wild process. I mean, kind of finding out was a whole crazy experience itself, and kind of found out through a few phone calls from my mom and my agent, and I really had no idea leading up to the trade that was going to happen. So a bit of a surprise for me, but once I heard the news, I was just pretty excited, and got to call Adam Dennis right away and all the staff, and everyone made me feel super welcomed right away, and I was just super excited for the opportunity from the start. So.
And coming in, I was at your first game, and made a big hit, and really got the crowd going. What's that like, hearing that roar here in North Bay?
Yeah, I mean it's a special fan group here, and you can really feel it every night, and every night you're playing, and whenever you make a big play, you can feel a lot from the crowd. So it's a great feeling during the game, and we're very thankful for the fans.
So it was a big summer for you as well. The NHL draft, drafted by the Florida Panthers, and maybe take us through that experience. It was a little bit different of an NHL draft this year. So how was that experience?
Yeah, like you said, a little bit different. So, I was actually at home for the draft, and I was really nervous leading up to it. I mean, the first 3 rounds went by, and then once you kind of get to that fourth round, go on, it's you're kind of starting to bite your fingernails a little bit. You don't really know what's going on, and it's kind of a toss up. So, I had a pretty good feeling about Florida from the start, but once I heard my name called, I mean, I can't even describe the feeling. It didn't really sink in for quite a while, actually. So. Really great feeling, but a lot of nerves built up to the emotion after.
For sure, and I guess right away you got to go to development camp with them too, right? How was that experience?
Yeah, development camp was a great experience. I mean, such a well-run camp and well-run organization, and you can really tell from the bottom to the top of the staff, everybody knows what they're doing, and I took so much from just learning that weekend. So I really can't wait to go back for rookie tournament and training camp, hopefully, and just. Take more and learn everything I can from that group of staff and people.
That's what I was going to ask next. Is you obviously go to rookie camp and then hopefully the main camp. But what are some of the experiences that you've already had that you're bringing back that some of the guys are asking you about?
Yeah, I mean, being at the top prospects game was a pretty cool one for me. I mean, a big event in your draft year. I mean, I tend to usually rise to those occasions, and for me, that's always an opportunity to showcase my skill at the highest level when most people are watching, and that was a pretty cool experience for me, getting able to do that and play against some of the top players, and have a pretty good game that game too. So that was a big experience for me that I'll remember for a while for sure.
And I guess maybe looking back, who were your idols growing up, and who do you sort of model your play after, if anyone?
Yeah, I mean, growing up for me is PK Subban. I was kind of that same big defenseman, and being a BIPOC, person of color, it was cool to see him growing up, and such an impactful player, and his swagger he had and everything he brought to the rink. It was just so cool. So I really admired him growing up, and as of today, I don't really play like him anymore, and forward now, obviously. So a guy I kind of play my game like is Matt Anderson, or kind of a mix of Martin Necas as well. So I got a pretty good blend when it comes to the skill and size aspect for sure.
So we're into the preseason games now, and how was training camp for you?
Yeah, I thought I had a great training camp, and it's always good to start to build some good habits in training camp and kind of gear up for the season and gear up for NHL camp. So I was happy with my camp, and first preseason game as well was good.
And some of the new recruits that have come in, what's impressed you about them?
Yeah, I mean, just there's the depth that we have. I mean, every guy who's came in, you really can see why they're brought in, and our whole group from forward to goaltender. I mean, it's really cool to see the depth that we have on this team, and all the young guys coming in like Callie, and the imports we just picked up, and to the decor we picked up Harper on the back. A lot of guys new guys we picked up have been super impressive so far. So it's really exciting.
And what do you think maybe are some of the keys to the success of the battalion this coming season?
Yeah, I mean, I think like I said, the depth. I think a lot of teams can't really. When it gets to that, those later stages of the year, I think it's super important to have all those lines going. And I think we're one of those teams that can have, 4 good lines, seriously. And we have so many good players that way. So I think that, sticking to our game and having a total commitment through the whole group will just, pay dividends to our group with the depth we have.
And your goals for the season? Any particular goals that you're looking to set?
I mean, just for me, I think building off team success, like I think we can have a really deep playoff run this year. I think that's number one for me, and I think if all goes well, then hopefully I get to sign a contract at the end of the year. But just all that'll come from team success and building together as a team.
And overall, what's your message for the fans this year?
I mean, just you guys, do so much for us, and your support means more to us than you even know. So, having you guys out there and seeing sold out crowds and big crowds are the games the guys look forward to most, and to tenderize the occasion the most. So, we thank you guys so much for coming out, and I think it's going to be a great year this year.
Great, thanks a lot, Shamar.
Sweet, yeah, thanks for having me. Right on.